all the way from Cardiff, Wales. Welcome to the show, special guest judge Simon Walters, producer and co-host of the You Don't Play Boxing podcast. We brought you in here to be the judge of this much speculated dream heavyweight fight, Mike Tyson, Tyson Fury, and I kind of wanted to compare a couple skill sets before we dive into this, and I wanted to know what you thought of both of these fighters here, in particular around their defense.
I think if we take Mike Tyson to start with, because this fight is about size, isn't it? I think at his best, Mike Tyson was hard to hit. His head movement, he was squat, he was down, and couple that with that sort of fear factor and that power and that explosiveness, people couldn't land on him. I suppose that got easier as things went on. But when he was in his prime, you always see him. He was down, he was bobbing, he was weaving, he was in people's chests. And these bigger guys, they just couldn't get to him. And of course, he had that power in his legs and his explosiveness, as they couldn't push him off as well. So yeah, he was a difficult guy. He was a slippery guy, and then he'd sort of jump up, wouldn't he? And he'd swing these big hooks to the body, and then yeah, it was good night most of the time when he caught hold of them. I think Tyson Fury's skill set, especially with regards to defense, is that he's a 6'9", 20 stone beast of a man, but he moves like a middleweight. He's very light on his feet, and of course the difference that he's got with Mike Tyson is that he's very tall. There's almost a foot difference in height. He carries his head high, and his head movement is so good, and that's what Deontay Wilder found so difficult, is that he stood right in front of him, and he couldn't land a lot of the time. Okay, when he did land, he put him down, but then he was able to get up, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
That's where Tyson Fury sort of maybe has got the edge over Mike Tyson, is that you never know when you're going to put him away.